and welcome back to Title Reality episode 28, part 4. And we have the wrestler of the week. We're going to talk about a little bit of him, Cesaro, for his massive strength, only to get screwed over.
Of course.
I mean, I like Dolph, but you should. This Battle Royal to find out who faces the Intercontinental Champion should have been for Hell in a Cell.
Right. Why
Not
they do
the
it on the
same
same
night.
show?
I don't. It's WWE with their piss poor booking.
There you go.
The writers think, I don't have nothing to do, I don't have nothing for Dolph. Let's defend the title against Cesaro, who just won the Battle Royal.
Right. Stupid.
So, which that leads back to the what we talk about in the Hell in a Cell. That it probably will go that route.
Right.
So,
Yeah,
now
if you could gorilla press slam Big E, then pretty
yes,
doggone
I mean, he
strong.
didn't get him up as high as I wanted to, but it was during the match. But he got him on up there.
Right.
But throwing Kofi as hard as you threw him, which took out Jack, to eliminate 2 people at once, it's pretty good. He's a king of Battle Royals.
There you go.
Let's get to our little Night of Champions results. I had 3-4, which ain't too good, and he was 2-5.
Which ain't really good at all.
Which ain't really good. I mean, we pretty much all we broke up was on Orton and Jericho. Everything else we pretty much the same. We swept AJ on the rug, and she come back and cost us.
That's right.
But
if I would have known this whole thing about nobody from Total Divas is allowed to win the Women's Championship, the Divas Championship, then I would have understood that Nikki wasn't going to win.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even, because we discussed Nikki could have won. We didn't pick her,
we thought
but we discussed it.
Yeah, we did. We said nothing. Why would they give it back to AJ already? Do we need to roll the tape?
It's like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. What are they trying to do? 15-time Divas Champion now?
Yeah, trying to catch up with John Cena.
That's right.
Like I said, our only difference was Orton and Jericho. Monk, Henry, Rusev, I mean, they had the real come out there singing the national anthem, I mean, everything, and then Rusev picked up the win again.
Of course.
We called the Seth winning by forfeit.
And we called Dean Ambrose.
And we called Dean. He drove in a taxi and come out there and whip some butt, which was good. But we have a good thing between Seth and Dean here, but Mr. John Cena has to stick his nose.
Once again, we're done talking about this whole segment with just talking about him.
Yes,
but he goes straight into that. He's sticking his nose right into their business.
Yes,
let Seth and Dean do great matches. Cena does not need to be involved.
No, and every match they've done has been a great match.
Yep.
So,
but now Cena's got to be like, oh, well, Seth tried to get involved in my match, so now I got to
he calls me the title. You're going to be the champion for 16 times. Exactly. You'll probably be the champion for 17 or 18 times.
He'll probably get 20-time champion, so nobody can reach it.
Can't if they write it. But
a long way away from now, unless Orton did it.
Dolph dropping the title to Miz, very surprising.
But then he got it right back.
He got it right back on Raw.
Weird.
I know. Were you just doing that because Night of Champions? Still haven't understood what that writing was about.
Yeah.
Sheamus and Cesaro had a great match, wishing Cesaro could have won. They let Sheamus keep it, which I guess
they didn't want to change all the belts.
What I would like, if they're not going to give it to Cesaro, let's have Sheamus Rusev. Let Rusev hold the United States.
Call it the Russian Championship.
Yes, change the name.
Change the name of the title.
What a slap in the face to America.
Yep.
And when Kurt Angle comes back,
exactly,
he can take the title and beat Rusev at WrestleMania.
There you go.
But no, it'll be John Cena
we don't get paid to book, though.
Who will squish
Rusev. Of course.
And that's what we should do. I mean, Vince Russo is starting to do that now in his little show, but you got to pay for it. He gives you
that's only like $5 a month. That's not bad.
Yeah, but still, it's funny ideals. We could do that.
We could.
For $4.95. Get the rest of the booking right.
That's right.
And the Usos. Time. Finally, it should have been a while back for the Wyatts.
Should have been the Wyatt family winning it, but whatever.
Stardust and Goldust are the new tag team champions. They have the Cosmic Key.
That's right.
But how long will they keep the key?
And no tag teams, probably a while.
Yeah, unless the Speed Force comes and takes it. But they had a poll up on which championship do you think will change hands at Night of Champions.
Yeah, that's wrong,
and 42% picked the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Wrong. 25% win the tag team titles. Right.
22 Divas Championship. Right. 10% U.S. title was wrong, and 3% for the Intercontinental title.
I know.
And they took care of that. There was 9,787 votes.
That's right. And then the W staff picked the matches as well.
They did horrible too.
And has Joey Styles and Howard Finkel on the staff, which is pretty good. And three other guys, we don't know who they are.
One guy's named Scott Taylor, but it's probably not Scotty Too Hot. He's a firefighter.
Okay, so it's not Scotty Too Hot.
No, I wouldn't think so.
But they didn't do too well as either.
No.
They had Rusev winning, which we had Rusev.
They had Nikki Bella winning.
They had Nikki Bella. They gave no wins to Paige,
Nope.
but one person picked AJ Lee, so that person was a smaller one. It's better than us.
4-1, Orton winning, so they got that right.
Told you. Well, you picked Jericho 4. Jericho's
He's
leaving.
on his way out. Maybe he's gonna get one little win.
He didn't got enough wins.
Cesaro 3-2.
Yeah, they thought Cesaro
They lost that one. Dolph 3-2 to the Miz. They got that wrong.
Wrong.
And then Usos got no picks. Goldust and Stardust got 5 picks.
I think they smelled it like we did.
That's right. And then Brock Lesnar got 4-1 to John Cena. Well, Brock Lesnar's still the champion. So there you go.
But the one who picked John Cena was right. He didn't win by disqualification.
So this is kind of like a countdown, but we kind of wanted to separate it because we wanted to add more to this episode. It's pretty interesting. It's 10 pairs of wrestlers who would have made great tag teams. It's from different eras, pretty much.
It is. Yep.
So it's kind of a fantasy type booking. But number 10 is Papa Shango with almost a very same gimmick with Boogeyman.
They would be very strange.
It would be strange. Their tag team name would be the Nightmare Incorporated. And their ideal feud would be where they get destroyed by these people, but it would be the Brothers of Destruction.
Well, what are you talking about? Are you thinking about the writing today? Yes. Back then, in the Attitude Era, though, Nightmare Inc. would get a few wins. It would be like Big Show and the Wyatt family, where they just clean the Wyatt's clock.
Right.
I would let the Brothers of Destruction, kind of make.
And if it was in the Hulk Hogan era, Nightmare Inc. would beat all kinds of people until the one great face tag team destroyed them.
Next up is 2 women, which have been weird.
That would
put
have been
together.
crazy.
Karma and Chyna filmed them.
There you go.
And they would face all the men, which Chyna did, and I think Karma could too if she didn't.
They would face the entire male tag team division. Then we got Finlay, who loves to fight, and Sheamus, who loves to fight. They would be the Fighting Irishmen. It would make sense.
It would be.
They would take on the British Bulldogs. You'd have the British versus the Irish.
It'd be very interesting.
It would be.
We got Rick Martel and The Miz.
The Moneymaker.
And they'd be model pros taking on Eminem.
Interesting choice.
It would be an interesting choice.
Number 6 is Heidenreich. Horrible. And Fatimir Kozlov. Horrible. Well, what do you put Snitsky in there too, make it a triple threat here?
No, because he's not Eastern Bloc. He's just kicking babies.
There you go, kicking babies.
They're taking on the world's greatest tag team.
There you go.
Be 2 big, tall dudes taking on 2 very good
like
athletes.
American team taking on the foreign people.
That is true. Another one.
And then Mr. Perfect would not team up with his son, but Mr. Perfect would team up with the man who looks like him with that stringy, daggum angel hair, pasta hair.
Yes.
Dolph Ziggler. And they would be called Absolute Perfection.
Yes.
Their weird feud would be with the Strike Force.
Chico Santana and
Chico's. Nice.
Rick Martel.
Nice.
The Flying Taco. Yes. I would pick a better. I would
pick a better team than that.
How about the Absolute Perfection, Perfect and Dolph taking on the Brainbusters, Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard?
That would be a good match.
I think that'd be a better match. Yes. Up next is Rhino and Ryback.
Their tag team name was weird, but
it would be. Yeah, No Way Back, and they are feud against the Hardy Boys. I think Ryback and Rhino would be better against the Dudley Boys.
There you go. 4 big guys.
4 big guys, yes.
I mean, with the Hardy Boys, they're going to throw them around like rag dolls.
Yes.
And then we have number 2, Randy Orton, the Viper.
No, you forgot number 3.
I forgot number 3.
I know you did.
Because it's a horrible idea. Sorry. Number 3. Number 3, Zeus, who's an actor, not a wrestler. And Hercules, who is not that great of a wrestler. Their tag team name would be the Greek Gods. Oh, play on words.
Hey, why not? It's a WWE.
And their ideal feud would be the Powers of Pain. Don't know why. Now you get the better one. I got the crappy one. That's why I skipped it. It's
Number 2 is Randy Orton and Jake and the Snake Roberts. And they would be called the Serpents.
Be better as the Snakes.
Or the Vipers.
Or the Vipers.
And their ideal feud against the Wyatt family.
There you go.
That would be 5 minds right there. Would put on a pretty good show, I believe.
Be a creepy match, too.
You get number 1.
So I get the better one. I mean, I got number 3, which is horrible. So there you go. Number 1, Big Show, and this man is not his daddy, Andre the Giant.
Don't ask WCW.
Don't have WCW. That's your daddy. It's your daddy. The tag team name would be Too Big. I don't know why they spelled it TWO. It should be TOO. Or you called it The Giant Show,
Yes.
which would make sense. And their ideal feud, they got this one right. Finally got something right. It would be the Mega Powers.
It would be very weird. Yeah.
That would be a good feud.
It would be a good feud. You got the Andre and Big Show taking on Hogan and Savage.
There you go.
That's a main event on any lowercase pay-per-view.
Lowercase pay-per-view.
Not WrestleMania. SummerSlam, Survivor Series.
You only
TLC.
got SummerSlam. Only got. I mean, not SummerSlam. WrestleMania only got 1 tag team main event, and that was on the first one. They've never done a tag team main event on any of the other ones.
They don't do too much of nothing. They don't want to change anything. They're afraid something's going to happen.
That's right. John Cena, Hill will go out of business.
And like you said, they don't want to change anything. But I've come up with something for the question of the week in part 5, and we're going to talk about that shortly.
Yes, we
in part
will.
5, and like how I would change things up.
There you go.
Throw a little gas on this fire and let's get the blaze going. Because
There
right
you
now
go.
it's about out. This comes back to what you said. They won the war.
But
don't
they
care.
lost
don't
the
care.
passion.
They don't care anymore.
Even the rapper that's with Paul Heyman.
Thank you,
He
yes.
even said it's crappy right now.
Have they thrown in the towel? And we were way ahead of that. Maybe you saw our show.
Maybe
that's
you
where you
did.
got it from, because they
Thank
have.
you for watching.
We'll be right back for part 5 with the question of the week. Right here on Top Rope Reality, episode 28.